goodness. This ring light isn't allowing me to wear my glasses. Damn it. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be on 3 things you should know before you join a coding bootcamp. For those of you guys who don't know, I make a lot of coding tutorials and talk about tech-related things, so if you're interested, stay tuned, subscribe, and share with a friend. The first thing you should know for all of you inexperienced programmers out there is that coding experience is not required. So let the weight lift off your shoulders. You don't need to be a code genius to join one in the first place, and I know that's kind of obvious to some people, but some people go into a coding bootcamp thinking that they need to know everything, or that to even get into one you need to have prior experience, because let me tell you, when I went to Grand Circus, I didn't have any coding experience at all, and I was accepted, shockingly. And I also want to explain to you guys how I even got through the bootcamp in the first place without having any experience, because a coding bootcamp is literally like 8 to 10 weeks of you sitting there for 8 hours a day and programming your butt off, and you never even written a line of code before. You're probably thinking, shit, I need to do something to prepare me for this, which is somewhat true, which I'm gonna get into that. But I'm here to say that I got through it. Hundreds of thousands of people who also took a bootcamp got through it, so here's some advice for you. However, do not get too excited that coding experience isn't required, because it's pretty recommended. And I say that because people go into the bootcamp with the same intentions that you do. You're all there to get a job. You're all there to focus and learn something new. And there's always going to be that one person who knows it all, and there's going to be that one person who doesn't know enough. And I'm sure you don't want to be that one person who just doesn't know a lot. So I recommend you do something that can prepare you and get you ahead of the class, which is what I did. I took a Udemy course that was for Java, for my Java bootcamp. But whatever bootcamp you end up taking, there's classes on Udemy. I think it's Udemy or Udemy. I say it wrong all the time, I don't know. But there's online coding courses there that can really help you and get you through that bootcamp smoothly as possible, because my first 5 weeks were not that bad for me, and a lot of other people were struggling because they didn't prepare themselves. So it is recommended to prepare yourself for it. However, it's not required, so don't think that you have to be a code master to do so. Number 2, don't take those statistics way too serious. I know a lot of boot camps say, you know, 80% of you guys are going to get a job, just get through it and network. That's true, but not everyone's guaranteed a job, so don't think that because the rates are high that you're going to get one. You have to work for it. You have to go out there and network, go to tech meetups. You really have to take the information that they're throwing at you a little bit seriously. If you want to be a good programmer, you really got to take that education seriously, learn the material, build projects outside of the boot camp, do something that's going to separate yourself from everybody else so that you can get that job. But it is not guaranteed, because there are some people who've lived their lives having everything handed to them, like myself, and thought that you would magically get a job. No, you won't. You have to go to interviews, you have to network, you gotta learn the shit. So keep that in mind as well. The statistics are high. That doesn't mean you're guaranteed anything, so stay motivated. I know it's tough. Go to those meetups, make more programming friends, build a fucking social media education application platform shit. I don't know, build a rocket ship to get me out of here, and you'll get the job eventually. And that leads to my last advice of the day, and you should probably know how to network. That's it. I'm very terrible with that. I'm actually introverted, shockingly. I'm an introvert 100% actually. Just because I'm good at talking in front of a camera doesn't mean that I'm just as good at talking to other people, because I'm not really talking to anybody right now. I'm talking to a fucking camera. And really trying to separate myself from everyone and make myself seem like I stand out and all that stuff was pretty hard, and it's also really, it made me insecure because I'm very young. I'm only 18 and I was in a boot camp filled with people that were in their 20s, 30s, even 40s and 50s. So this whole idea of me getting a job when I graduate was very slim, and I was actually even told that by one of the people who worked at the boot camp. I was told that, you know, my likelihood is very slim because I'm very young, and thankfully I proved that person wrong, because I did have a lot of imposter syndrome because of my age. And age is my insecurity. You got to think about other people's insecurities too. So I just want to let you know that don't let those insecurities get to you. Just really find a way to put yourself out there and go get to know new people. You don't have to necessarily go to those really professional business-like tech meetups. You could always just go to a coding class. You could always just simply like go out and meet someone new, and you never know, because they say a lot of people end up getting a job based off of who they know, not what they know. And I know that's kind of terrible in a way, but it's the truth. And that'll get you the job. Just get yourself out there. And I think that it's really important to separate yourself from them. Do something that makes you unique. I made my YouTube channel on coding, and I think that that really helped me stand out a little bit more than someone who doesn't have a coding YouTube channel. So build something, work with people, make friends, and you'll get through it, I promise, as long as you actually stay motivated. And I think that's one of the hardest parts about being at a boot camp is, you know, keeping your mind set to things, because it gets hard, it gets stressful, and you'll start considering making a career change to becoming like a mass murderer or something. You wouldn't, like, fuck coding, you know what I'm saying? You get that pissed off. You'll get through it, I promise. I did. I'm only 18. I'm like a baby. I'm like a fetus. If I can do it, you can do it, I promise. Anyways, that is the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you add me on my social media if you want to see a little bit more of myself. I also have 2 other YouTube channels. I created a new one today, actually. It's called Keys to Create, and it's more me showcasing like my filming and video editing skills, because I'm really passionate about that. And I also have Chandler Knows Best, my main channel, which I had for over 4 years. That is all I have for today, though. Make sure you comment your thoughts, share this with a friend who also is probably not knowing what they're getting into when they're going into a coding boot camp. And I will hopefully see you guys next week. And I know I say that like every week, I promise. Like, I'm just inconsistent when it comes to this channel. I'm sorry, I have a life.